Since so it's 9 o'clock with 1 minute silence, we'll start the session. When you sit in silence, just become aware of your 5 senses and let your attention be on the silence which exists between the sounds. How many of you say this silence exists outside? And how many of you say this silence exists within you? And how many of you say it's me, the silence? See, there are 3 types of silence you will observe. One is something which you feel outside. Another is something which you experience within you. And the third one is you feel yourself as a silence. You are the embodiment of silence. So what do you feel among these 3? When you experience silence, how do you feel? Whether you see it as something existing outside or within me, or it's me. When I say it's me, it's my own awareness. It's the self. It's my own self. Of you experience the silence as your own self. Just try this now. Feel the silence and see how do you feel the silence. What is your experience of feeling the silence? Just feel the silence and see how do you experience the silence? Is it something outside? It is something within you? Or is it you yourself is the silence? And the fourth one is, where do you feel the silence? Where do you have this awareness? In which part of the body do you feel this experience? Where do you feel the silence within you? Where do you think? Where all the emotions appear? And in last session, we saw there is no mind. It's just a process of thinking, the process of feeling, the process of experiencing. That's what we call it as mind. There is no separate individual existence for the mind. Even the scientists believe that all these thoughts, feelings, emotions happens at the center of your forehead, near the pineal gland. And that's what Baba says. It's the third eye, the soul located at the center of your forehead. The Canon Bard theory in psychology, it says all the emotions happen at the hypothalamus, close to the pineal gland. Okay, now let us do a practice. But before doing that, I'll tell you two things. Like last time I said, there are two ways of experiencing or thinking or becoming aware of things. One is you focus things around you. Another is you focus within yourself. You focus on your five senses and you detach from the five senses and feel the inner qualities, the qualities of soul. Similarly, there are two things, like one is to understand, trying to use your mind and intellect, trying to analyze and understand things like the psychobiosocial factors, what I mentioned last time. From morning till evening, you keep thinking, analyzing whether this is good for me, whether this is okay for me, what should I eat, what time I should sleep, what time I should wake up, what I should do. You do a lot of planning. And another one is doing things being, like in Baba's words, we call it as being a trikaldarshi, being knowledgeful. Do you find the difference between these two? One is to keep analyzing, thinking. Baba says, don't think a lot. Don't use your intellect too much, and because you become very much tired by using your intellect too much. Baba says, becoming Baba's child, you need not have to think a lot. And Baba says, do everything being a trikaldarshi, being knowledgeful. So tell me, do you believe that being a child of God, Baba says, yeah, you have to become like me. And when you become God-like, it means you have all the powers. You experience all the powers, what is there in God, what is there in Baba. Is it possible, or can you accept that you can become like God? Is that possible? See, many times what happens, we have so much subconscious memories, information that never allow us to understand the truth or accept the truth, because we have been told, we have the programs in our mind that it is not possible, it cannot happen. But Baba says, you become like God. I am making you like my own self. So that is what Baba says, Trikaldarshi, knowledgeful. In the sense, the soul in its original nature, it is very powerful. So in that 7 qualities, we also mentioned the power. It has the power which is equal to God. But do we accept it? The programs in our mind, the memories, information, whatever we have stored from our childhood days, from previous lives, these information, whether it does it allow me to accept this statement that you can become like God, God-like? So becoming a Trikaldarshi, knowledgeful, is to know my own self as powerful, embodiment of powers. And when you experience yourself as an embodiment of powers of God, then you don't have to go through the process like you try to understand each and everything, psycho-biosocial factors, what to eat, what not to eat, whether to do, whether not to do. All these confusions comes to an end when you stabilize in your state of Trikaldarshi or knowledgeful. So last time what I discussed, to become knowledgeful of the psycho-biosocial and spiritual factors, that is one way of leading your life, to understand everything और थ्रू आउट द डे एनालाइज, ये करना है नहीं करना है, कैसे करूं, क्या करूं, उनसे पूछूं, ये करूं, वीडियो देखूं, समझूं. It's a long process and it's good to do that. We have to do that, but there is another easy way. Baba teaches us: become Trikaldarshi, become knowledgeful, become aware of your own self. So then you know what to do, when to do, how to do, and you do the right thing at the right moment. You play the drama, play the role as per the drama. So now today's session, we'll try to understand the difference between these two stages. Any one way, like Sister Gayatri, she was sharing you with those two forms. Those two forms will help you to understand the other way of leading a life, to understand things, the psychological factor, biological factor. And if you can fill up the forms, I can, and maybe I have a group of counselors, maybe 1 or 2 sessions, they can help you out to understand how is your lifestyle, how is your state of mind, whether you have anxiety, depression, stress, and what all things you need to do to overcome those things. So if you fill up those two forms, maybe I'll try to help you out, or my counselors are there, they can help you out to understand what your lifestyle should be. In general, I'll tell you how it should be. See that form 1, it is about the lifestyle. Lifestyle in the sense, you should go to bed early, wake up early, say about 10:30 you have to be in the bed, and morning you can wake up at Amrit Vela, because the night time is very important for your whole body's rejuvenation process, cell rejuvenation process. Your mind, your brain gets totally cleansed, cleaned if you sleep. If you don't sleep, then whatever you thought throughout the day, it creates a lot of issues. It never processes your memory, your brain never processes the information, and it leads to a lot of issues like starting from anxiety, stress, depression, and it can go up to all the psychosomatic diseases, diabetes, cancer, health related issues. So in that form, if you even just fill up, even if you don't submit, if you are just trying to fill up the form, you will understand what are things you need to take care. So early to bed, early to rise, nutritious food, avoiding snacks, avoiding too much oily foods, fried items. You have to take fruits at least 2 times, like 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, so that it removes all the toxins from your body. And 3 times nutritious food with lot of vegetables, which contains vitamins, minerals. And vitamins, minerals, it is very much necessary for healthy body and healthy mind. Lot of people who have mental disorders, you will find most of them never take vegetables, and that becomes one of the cause for serious mental disorders. And 8 glass of water. Then comes the lifestyle, whether it is a sedentary lifestyle, whether is it inactive, you are throughout the day inactive. So in that case, do you go for a walk in the morning and evening? You keep yourself busy. Do you have a purpose in your life? The will to live. And so, and the emotions, whatever you have experienced from your childhood days to till date, have you processed those information, or still you are pending, you have those issues pending? That's why Baba says you have to apply full stop to the past. If you don't apply full stop, if you don't forgive, forget, understand why it happened, the psychobiosocial issues, instead of just forgiving, at least you should understand the psychobiosocial factors, so that you will apply a permanent full stop to all your past issues. And unless you apply past full stop to the past issues, you will find it difficult to focus, concentrate, practice these exercise, whatever we are doing now. So 1969, Murli Baba gives the first step of stabilizing in your Trikaldashi stage, powerful stage, knowledgeful stage, so that you can do everything in a perfect way, understanding way, or you can handle yourself in a better way. But if you cannot stabilize in that first stage of what Baba explained in 1969, then you have to follow the next Murlis, like 70, 71. Baba start explaining, going into details about uh, having a good social relationship, having humility, developing concentration. So it is an expansion of knowledge. So one is to go into the expansion of knowledge, understand each and everything and lead your life. And there is another way of living is to become essenseful, become Trikaldarshi, become yogyukt, become Razyukt. वो बाबा का एक मधुबन में आपको एक किताब मिलेंगे, अव्यक्त स्थिति, अशरीरी अवस्था, ऐसा बहुत छोटा बुक है. उसमें ये सारा दिस पावरफुल स्टेज कैसे एक्सपीरियंस करना है, बाबा का एक्सपीरियंस, शिव बाबा ब्रह्मा बाबा का एक्सपीरियंस भी एक्सप्लेन किया है, शिव बाबा भी एक्सप्लेन किया है. So you should understand there are two ways of living a spiritual life, or for a spiritual and Lokic and spiritual, everything is same. There's not much difference. So one is to becoming a powerful Trikaldarshi stage. Another is to understand the psychobiosocial spiritual factors and lead your life in that manner. So in that form one, you will, even if you just fill up, you will understand what all things you need to take care. Like I told you some examples. Similarly, the form 2 explains about the psychological issues. Do you feel stress? Do you feel anxiety? Do you feel depression? And even if you read each statement, you can understand where you are, whether you are in 0 or in 3. But if you need some counseling for that, you can just fill up and submit it. Maybe I'll find some time to reply or talk to you, or somebody else will contact you. So one is to understand the psychobiosocial and spiritual factors and lead your life. And other way is to establish in your powerful stage, Psychologist stage, yogyukt stage, and carry out your normal activities. So shall we practice that now? Which one you want now? The first one or second one? What we will discuss today?
I would say the second one, psychologist.
Acha?
Maybe that's more easy to understand.
That is more easy to understand, but you need the whole life to understand. You cannot just understand it. It's a very tedious process. बाबा बोलते हैं ज़्यादा दिमाग चलाओ मत, थक जाएंगे.
Yeah, but because we are used to it, this is how we have accumulated the body and the mind. So
Yeah.
probably.
And see, in psychology, in our schools, colleges, we take sessions on those things. But I would prefer you understand the first one. Okay.
First one. Okay.
Then you will understand the second one easily. So today we will discuss about the first one, first method.
Okay, brother.
Okay. So we'll do some practice. Choose some 5 objects in your room, whatever is in front of you, any 5 objects. And when I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to just focus on these 5 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just look at the object you have chosen. Then when I count 2, now move to the second one. 3, move to the third one, like that. So choose 5 objects. Number 1, focus on the first object. Don't think, don't analyze anything, just look at it. Number 2, just look at the second object. Number 3, don't analyze, don't try to understand, just look, just observe. Number 4, number 5, again from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now tell me, when you are looking at the third object, were you thinking about the previous 2?
No.
Whenever you are focusing, you are completely focused on that particular object?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is called as attention. Your attention was in those individual objects, not thinking about anything else. Now again you try 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the 6th one, think about the breakfast you had this morning. 7, yesterday's breakfast. Think about the breakfast, the name, what you had, name of that breakfast. Some 20 years ago or 10 years ago, where were you? Just think about it. This is 8. Now tell me, what is that common thing existed in all these 8? When you are attentive on these objects, what you are doing, how you are able to remember, recall, what is happening, what you are doing. When you are just focusing on the 5 objects, when you are remembering, what exactly you are doing?
Just shifting the attention.
Yes, you are shifting attention from one object to other object.
We were just looking at it.
One is just looking at, and when you are remembering, your attention gone there. So what is that present, or what is that constant experience you had while you are focusing on all these 8 objects, 8 memories, 8 information? There was attention was constant. So this attention is there within you all the time, or does it exist only sometimes?
All the time.
All the time.
Okay. If you're not focused on these 8 objects or any other objects, then what's happening?
Thinking about something else.
Okay, even if you're not thinking about anything, what is happening?
Blank. Silence.
But it's not blank. It is that self. It is you. See, one is you are attentive on external objects, past memories or future memories. And when you don't do these activities, then you are just your own self. Is it right? Can you feel that? Can you understand this statement?
Yes, yes.
So now tell me, who are you?
Say again, brother. I didn't follow it. Sorry.
See, when you were focusing on the 5 physical objects, and when you were remembering the past memories, what is that exist all the time?
All the time is see these 5 things. It is coming from the perception. It is basically. Okay. Whereas the other 3, for example, what I ate breakfast today, yesterday breakfast, or where I was 20 years before, I need to go back in my memory lane and bring that awareness where I was. I had to take few seconds to see.
Okay, that even for these awareness, or whether you saw these 5 objects, or whether you brought those memories into your awareness, when you are remembering those awareness memories, were you focusing on the 5 objects?
No.
No, why?
When you say today morning breakfast, I just, my focus went on to my dining table.
So why you didn't focus on the 5 objects? What was missing? Why you are not able to focus on the 5 objects when you are remembering something else?
Because I'm shifting my focus. I'm shifting my attention.
That focus, is it exist all the time in you, or it is only sometimes?
It's my choice where I want to focus. I want to now focus on my breakfast.
Okay, if you are not focusing on these 5 objects or the past memories, then what is happening to your focus?
Focus is on one point. I'm trying to.
If you're not focusing on any point, then what happens?
That time I'm blank. I'm not doing anything. I'm nothing.
That blankness, it is not blankness. I'm saying that is your own self. That is the soul.
Yes, yes, yes.
That is you.
True. Yes, true.
So you should understand this, that I am, see, from the day one we have been learning that I am a soul, I am a soul. But what is this soul means? The soul is that attention. Can you accept this statement? Do you agree with this? If I say that attention is soul, do you agree?
Yes, all the time we have attention, some attention, but may not be all at the same time.
So all the times the attention is there?
Yes.
But only thing we choose where to focus on this, this attention.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So if you, now you are not focusing on the 5 objects. You are not thinking about your past memories. You are not thinking about the future. If I ask you to just sit still, just try. Let your attention be as it is, without focusing on anything.
That I'm not able to do, brother.
Try this, try. Feel the silence that exists between the words, between my words. Just focus the attention on the silence. And then you will feel this silence is happening at the center of your forehead. Now tell me, when you are looking at these 5 objects, who it was looking, from where you are looking? Is it your eyes looking at these 5 objects?
Yes, eyes.
Yes, eyes.
It is your eyes, okay?
Correct.
Fine. So when you remember
Like the
those
soul.
6, 7, 8 objects, memories, what was that?
Yeah, it was not the eyes. It is.
Who was
it
that
is-
remembering?
I don't know how
Like
to
the
express, but
s-
I would
like
again
the
say the
soul
focus.
was saying.
Can we say it is that attention that is remembering those memories?
Yes. Attention or focus or whatever we can call. Yes. Attention.
Okay.
We can call. Yeah.
So when your attention is on those past memories, you are able to remember that.
We are directing our attention to breakfast or
Correct.
3 years before. I'm
So
directing
you
my
are directing your attention to those memories. Now, when you are remembering those memories, your objects are in front of you. Were you able,
Yes.
your eyes are open,
Yes.
your object is in front of you. But when you are remembering, were you able to see those objects?
No, not at all. I was
Why?
fully engrossed because my attention was directed to the breakfast.
So
As
now
if they were
tell
not
me,
existing.
who is the one looking at these 5 objects? Because now
Attention.
your eyes are open, still you are not looking at the objects. Why?
Yes, attention. This is more.
So who is the seer? Who is looking at the objects? Now look at those 5 objects and tell me, who is looking at these 5 objects? Is it your eyes or is it
No.
the attention?
It is the attention.
Yes.
It's true.
So this attention is that soul. This attention is located just behind your eyes. You are looking at the 5 objects through this physical eye. Your physical eyes are not looking at the 5 objects. It is that attention which is located at the behind your eyes is looking through the eyes. Now look at the same 5 objects with this awareness. Be attentive on these 5 objects, not thinking that you are looking through the eyes. Think that the attention is looking through the eyes.
Okay. Close the eyes and then bring the attention.
Keep your eyes open and look at the objects, because your eyes do not have brain to understand. The brain is behind your eyes. See, it is like you are looking through some window. You are able to see the objects which is there after the window. You are not the window. You are behind the window. The person is standing next to window and looking through the window.
Yeah, I get, brother. Even though my eyes are on the table was one of my object. Even though my eyes are on the table, but I can still shift my attention to the TV in front of me. That's what the attention is. That's what I, even though
But
the
where
table,
this attention is happening, is it in the eyes or is it behind the eyes?
it is behind eyes. It's in the brain. I'm not
Let
seeing
your
them.
attention be on behind the eyes. That is what we call soul, third eye.
Third eye.
So one is maybe the more you practice, you become aware that you are looking through these two eyes. See, when I'm speaking to you, I know that I am sitting behind the eyes and looking through the eyes. Maybe because I am practicing this, I am able to do this. So don't worry about it. But one thing you should, the first step is to know that you are that attention. Is this clear? Can you accept yourself, know yourself, understand yourself as the attention?
Yes. To me, yes, it's clear.
Now tell me, this attention, if you maintain throughout the day, or is it possible to maintain this attention throughout the day?
Very difficult.
Is it possible now? If you are listening to me, do you know that I am that attention? My attention is focused on my words. Are you aware that you are listening? Because if you are not listening, your attention will go somewhere else. And you are consciously listening to my words. So it means you are attentive. You know that you are listening to me. Is that right?
Yes,
Do you know that you are listening to me?
I'm fully
And you
aware.
are listening to me consciously. You know, and it is your choice now. You have chosen to listen to me instead of diverting your attention on anything else. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. If you understand this, then your whole day will be in meditation.
Mm.
Your whole day you are self-aware. And when there is attention, like when I said, look at the 5 objects, when I said, remember those 3 memories, your attention is total on those 5 objects and those 3 memories. So you have a wonderful concentration. You are able to focus your complete attention on those objects. Then where is the problem? What is the problem we have? When you are able to focus on whatever you want, whenever you want, however long you want, then do you think there will be any problem?
Maybe, brother, right now I have limited choice. So I have chosen to listen to you. But during the day, when you're a bit busy, though we have multiple choices. So it becomes a bit difficult, is what I
See, if
feel.
you can do this now, if you can do this now, tell me, were you doing this earlier before knowing all these things? But you are able to do this now because you are made to understand, practice. And because you are able to do this now, you also can do all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you, so to do this for all the time, what is that required?
Awareness.
Another word for awareness?
Attention, probably.
What is that?
Attention.
Attention. That's what in Murli Baba repeatedly says, attention please, attention please, attention please. Do you remember? Baba in Murli, he says, attention
Yes.
please. So this is the attention what Baba asks for us.
Like teacher says to the students, attention children.
Yeah. But it should not be a diverted attention. It should be the attention knowing that I am the attention. I am focusing on whatever I want. When you can do this, You cannot have waste thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, negative thoughts, and all the stressful thoughts. You can avoid everything. If you can maintain this attention, you cannot become angry at all. Because people get angry when they lose self-awareness, when they lose their attention of what they are speaking. But now, if you are able to maintain this attention, you are listening to me. Are you attentive?
Yes.
You know you are listening to me. When I
Yes.
am speaking to you, I am attentive. I know what are the words I'm using. And when I want, I stop. And when I want, I speak. So this attention, if you have with you, that is the Trikaldarshi stage. That is the powerful stage. That is the yogyukt stage. And that is the Razyukt stage. You know all the secrets.
Mm.
Maybe you consciously are not aware, but when you stabilize in this attentive state, then your words, your actions, your thinking, everything becomes powerful. Because there is 100% attention. There is 100% concentration in whatever you do. And you are connected with God. See, the soul never need to make effort to connect with God. We need to make effort because we get a lot of diversions, attentions, distractions. Now tell me, when you are listening to me with attention, are you peaceful?
Yes.
Very much.
Is there any distraction of other responsibilities? मेरे को ये करना है, वो करना है, office में ये काम है. Whether there was any type of thought?
Not much. Sometimes comes and goes immediately. It comes
Yes,
and goes.
it will come to you. The more you practice, then it will not come at all.
Yes.
You are just practiced. Just this is the first time you are doing it. But when it becomes your natural nature, then do you think any thought will come to you? So then whatever you do, there will be 100% concentration. It is like there is sunlight, it is distributed all over the universe. But the moment you focus, you make use of the convex lens,
Burns.
what happens?
To burn.
The energy is focused.
Focused.
The paper is lying on the sun for so many years. Let us say 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 100 years. It is just lying there. But the 1 second, you just used a convex lens and it catches fire. So many years it was lying and nothing happened. But the very second you use the convex lens, what happened? It catches fire. It destroys all your sinful actions. आपका सारा कर्म बंधन है ना, खत्म हो गया 1 सेकंड में. Because you are liberated. आपको कोई बंधन कुछ नहीं करेंगे अभी. Because you are focused. बंधन आएंगे. You will have thoughts. वो कल क्या करेंगे, क्या होगा? Then with your attention you destroy it. You stop the thought and you're focused. You know what to do tomorrow. How things will happen. You have that hope. You have that courage. You have that confidence. People get mental disorders because they have hopelessness. they have lost all the courage. They have lost all the strength, all the hope. They do not know what will happen tomorrow. But the moment you destroy all these type of thoughts and remain focused, concentrated, your soul becomes charged, connected with the Supreme. And you gain hope, courage, enthusiasm, happiness, joy. And this is called Trikaldarshi stage, knowledgeful stage. Whatever happens will be beneficial for you. Because you are children of God. We are child of God. And what is there to worry? And we worry because we lose our connection with God. We lose our connection with our own self. So when Baba says remembrance, remembrance is not remembering God. Of course, it is remembering God, but remembering your own self. फिर बाबा बोलते हैं remembering your fortune, remember your connection with God, remembering all good things, remembering the complete knowledge. And this remembrance will happen only when there is attention. So all of you, are you attentive? Is there
Yes.
attention?
Yes.
Yes, yes, fully in grasp.
And this attention, this is soul conscious. This is the soul. And the more you practice, you will understand that you are the one just located behind your eyes and you are looking through your eyes. Now, just one moment. Remember Baba in Paramdam. Now come back. So are you able to focus on God in Paramdam? Your attention
Yes.
was clear. There was no distractions.
No, it was clear.
In one moment, you are able to focus on Baba in Paramdam.
Yeah. Yes.
And one moment you have to work. You have to focus on your objects in front of you. And the next moment you have to be in Paramdam. And this is the purpose Baba created this. And every 1 hour practice silence. बाबा बोलते हैं कुछ दिन पहले मुरली में बाबा बोला था मेरे को टच करके आ जाओ. डू यू रिमेम्बर? बाबा मुरली में बताया था ना, मुझे
Yes.
टच करो, टच करके आ जाओ.
Praise.
So touch with your intellect. That is attention. Now again, go to Paramdam. So your eyes are open, but your attention is in Paramdam. And the next moment you are here now, listening to my voice. See, this is the power of concentration. One moment you can be anywhere, and the next moment you will be here. And whatever activities you do with this attention, whether it is your office work, whether it is any children doing some studies, or whether you do any activity, it will have 100% concentration, 100% attention. And it is not ordinary attention. It is filled with the power of soul. It is filled with power of God. And whatever you do, it will happen. You will achieve success in everything. And when the soul has this much power, फिर आप रात को 4 घंटे भी सो जाओ ना, कुछ नहीं होगा. Because every moment you experience silence, every moment you are detached from the body, every moment you feel charged with God, God's power. फिर आप कुछ भी कहो ना, आपको कुछ नहीं होगा. क्योंकि your soul is so much powerful, it can digest anything. बाबा कहानी भी बताता है ना, कुछ आसमा लोगों को छाछ भी पिलाता है, बटर मिल्क पिलाकर ठीक हो जाते हैं. क्यों? That is the power of soul. Or if you have the intention, I should become well, you will become well. मेरे को याद है एक एग्जाम्पल मैं बताऊंगा. मैं माउंट आबू ट्रॉमा सेंटर में है ना, आई यूज्ड टू बी अ काउंसलर. ऐसा एसएलएम नर्सिंग कॉलेज में भी काउंसलर था. तो एक बार क्या हुआ, हमारा कॉलेज का एक बहन है, उनका एक छोटी सी बच्ची, उनको हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट करके रखा था. So I used to go to hospital also, college also. Then I know this girl child is there. So I went and saw her. तो उन्होंने बताया, डॉक्टर ने बोला डेंगू है और भी एक हफ्ता हो जाएंगे, बुखार है, ऐसा ऐसा. But I don't know, that time I was practicing this attention. अब कुछ पता नहीं है. मैंने बोला कुछ नहीं है, she will be discharged now. उनको कुछ नहीं होगा. Then I thought I become so much arrogance. Okay. फिर मैंने बोला नहीं नहीं, आप है ना, वो बच्ची को बोला बाबा को बोलो आपको अभी जाना है, कोई डॉक्टर कुछ नहीं बोलना है, अभी आप अभी ठीक हो जाएंगे, अभी जाना है. So I just said and I went away. The next day I asked that mother was there in the college, SLM college. मैं बोला कैसे है अभी बच्ची, क्या है? वो डिस्चार्ज हो गया, खाली डिस्चार्ज हो गया. मैं बोला आप, मैं कुछ उस समय में उनसे कुछ पूछा नहीं, बट आई नो दैट शी वाज सेइंग उनको बुखार है, डेंगू है, डॉक्टर ने बोला अभी डिस्चार्ज नहीं हो सकता है, ये करना, उनका प्लेटलेट्स कम है, ऐसा. बट आई डोंट नो व्हाट मेड मी टू से दैट, एंड शी वाज डिस्चार्ज्ड. एंड देयर आर सो मेनी इन्सिडेंसेस लाइक दिस. इफ यू वांट अ जॉब, you will decide I want this job and you will get it. If you lost something, you will say I want to find it. I will give you one example. एक बार एक है ना फ्लावर लेने का था मेरे को, but it was raining, it was dark. वो फरीदाबाद में everything was closed, but I said I will buy a flower. I want to buy. फिर मैं बाहर निकला, कुछ दुकान सब बंद है, 8:30 बजे. वो फरीदाबाद इट्स नहीं समथिंग एक्सटीरियर है, वो सिटी भी नहीं है वो. फिर मैं नहीं, आई वांट टू हैव अ फ्लावर. फिर मैंने गया, उधर एक सिक्योरिटी था, उनसे पूछा फ्लावर कहाँ मिलेंगे. वो बोला उधर लक्ष्मी नारायण मंदिर है, उधर जाकर देखो शायद मिल जाएंगे. सो आई वेंट देयर. वो मंदिर भी बंद है, लेकिन वो मंदिर का बाहर एक फ्लावर का दुकान वाला था. तो उनसे पूछा मेरे को एक फ्लावर चाहिए. वो बोला मेरे पास अभी सारा खत्म हो गया, फ्लावर भी नहीं है. बट इन फ्रंट ऑफ हिम देयर वाज अ हीप ऑफ फ्लावर पेटल्स. वो जो निकल गया ना, दैट पेटल्स वाज लाइंग देयर, क्योंकि वो कचरा है, फेंकने का था. बट ऑल ऑफ अ सडन व्हाट हैपेंड, माय हैंड जस्ट वेंट इनसाइड दैट है ना पेटल्स का बीच में हाथ अंदर गया, अंदर से एक माला निकल के बाहर निकला. तो वो फूल बेचने वाला भी देखकर अला ये क्या हो रहा है, ही वाज सरप्राइज्ड. मेरे को भी कुछ पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है, हाथ डाला, फ्लावर निकाल दिया. सो व्हाट आई मीन टू से, व्हेन यू हैव द डिजायर, मेरे को मिलना है. 9:54. अभी 5 मिनट का और एक एग्जाम्पल बता दूंगा. वंस आई वाज गोइंग फ्रॉम मस्कट टू, आपका ही सेंटर आने वाला था, मैंने दुबई से आना था मेरे को. सो हम बस में आया, वो मस्कट का दुबई का वो यूएई का एग्जिट है ना उधर, एक व्हाट यू कॉल दैट, बॉर्डर में दे स्टॉप्ड एवरीवन. मैं भी बस में आया था, वो दुबई से बस में बैठ के आया. वी आर ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल. तो मैं अकेले जाने वाला था सेंटर. मैं सोचा एक दिन सैटरडे संडे छुट्टी है, सेंटर जाकर आऊंगा. I think that time Gayatri Ben, I don't know who was there.
Harsha Ben was there.
हाँ. So then तो उधर आकर वो बोला नहीं, you cannot go. आपका वीजा है, it is not allowed to go. तो मेरे साथ जो भी आया सारा बस में है ना, they left me and I was just standing there. There was no thought. I was just there. Suddenly a thought appeared to me. Go and give it to the next counter. So, सीधा गया, passport गया, दिया. He just took the passport, stamped and gave it to me. फिर मैं आया, वो कोई गाड़ी वाला जा रहा था, मैं बोला मेरे को बॉर्डर, मस्कट बॉर्डर जाना है, प्लीज ड्रॉप मी. सो ही टुक मी देयर एंड माय पैसेंजर्स है ना वो बस में, वो सब उधर खड़ा था. देन आई जॉइंड देम, देन आई केम देयर. So this is how it happens. When there is an attention, when your mind is not cluttered with the thoughts, Baba बोलता है ना, clear intellect, clear mind. When you are not distracted, when you don't clutter yourself with different types of thoughts, thinking, then you receive help. Baba हमेशा सबको मदद करते हैं. Whether you are a BK or non-BK, you receive help. But only thing, we don't receive it. हमारा माइंड उतना बिजी रहता है, परेशान रहता है, दुखी रहता है, वो बाबा से जो शक्ति मिलता है, खुशी मिलता है ना, उसको हम मिस कर लेते हैं. So what I would suggest, practice this, be attentive, whatever you do, and then you will find 24 hours you are in meditation. Even when you sleep, you will know you are sleeping. When you dream, you will know you are dreaming. Okay, so it is not just sitting and doing meditation, it is like your life itself becomes a meditation. So जैसे बाबा बोलता है, attention please, attention please. Everything is in this attention. Okay. So any questions? Next 3 minutes. While dreaming, how you know you are dreaming? Oh, again, मैं और भी बहुत बताऊंगा मैं. First time when I went to Madhuban, I was just flying throughout the Madhuban. When you dream, your astral body travels. If you practice this attention throughout the day, in your sleep, you will find that many of you will find that you are flying. बहुत अच्छे अनुभव होगा आपको. आप एक दिन this attention you practice tomorrow morning till evening. फिर रात को आप सो जाओ, then you see what is the difference. You will keep flying in the dreams. आप कल अमृत वेला ये करो ना, फिर सारा दिन maintain करो this attention. Then next day you see that what happens in your dream. बाबा बोलते हैं last में, बाबा will make use of your astral body. बाबा बोलते हैं अंदर वाहन शरीर. So with that body you will do lot of service. When it can happen? Throughout the day, if you keep thinking lot of thoughts, then वही dream में आ जाता है. But throughout the day, if you don't have these waste thoughts, then your mind is clean and clear. You don't have any thoughts to have dreams. So then you will find yourself flying, doing seva. You will have a wonderful dreams, flying dreams. And many of them will say that you will find your own body lying on your bed. You will, we call it as out of body experience, astral travel. So practice this attention. You will have wonderful experiences. And you will achieve success in everything. Whatever you think, it will happen. Okay. Thank you, sister, for giving a great opportunity.